All right, are you in the mood for a holiday story that's, well, a little on the darker side? Then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into A Pale Green Eye. It's this fantastic, chilling Christmas ghost story, all about secrets, jealousy, and a haunting that sticks around for a decade. Let's do it.
And it all kicks off with this one simple question. Nana, do you believe in ghosts? A little girl, Stella, asks her grandmother this, and wow, what a perfect way to start. It just pulls you right into that spooky vibe, you know? You can just feel a chilling story is about to unfold.
Okay, so let's set the scene. It's just 2 days before Christmas. You've got this young girl, Stella, and her grandmother, Adeline. They're trying to enjoy some hot chocolate out in the snowy Lady Walk woods. And that's when the conversation takes a turn, straight toward a creepy local legend. At the heart of this legend is a tree. But we're not talking about just any old tree. This is the blood oak, and it's described as being just wrong, you know? Ancient, twisted, its trunk all blackened from a lightning strike. And get this, its leaves are the color of dried blood. It just screams, stay away. So what makes it so scary? Well, people who go near it say they feel like they're being watched. And every now and then, just for a split second, they think they see it. A single pale green eye, just staring at them, accusingly, from a little hole in the trunk. Seriously, how creepy is that image?
So a ghost story like that has to come from somewhere, right? To really get what's going on with this ghost, we've got to rewind. We're going all the way back to 1895, to a really tragic story about two schoolgirls. Okay, so you've got two main players here. First, there's Amity DeVerger. She's the new girl, and she's basically perfect. Beautiful, kind, talented. Everybody loves her instantly. And then you've got Cordelia Tattersall. She's the classic mean girl, the bully who's used to being number one. She sees Amety's popularity and just hates her for it. Pure jealousy. And this isn't just a little jealousy. It boils over into a full-on horrible plan. On the last day of school, Cordelia pretends to be Amaty's friend. She's like, hey, let's play hide and seek. She takes her to the blood oak, points to a hollow inside, and says it's the perfect hiding spot. The thing is, she knows the branch inside is rotten. Amaty climbs in, the branch snaps, and she's trapped. And what does Cordelia do? She just walks away. But not before plugging up the only little air hole with some mud. Just cold. All right, now let's fast forward. A whole decade goes by. It's 1905. Amaty's disappearance? It's just a sad, cold case now. The village has mostly moved on, but then a massive storm rips through the woods, and it's about to stir everything back up. So yeah, 1895, Amaty is gone without a trace. The case goes cold. 10 years later, boom, this huge storm hits Lady Walk Woods. And in the aftermath, a woodsman finds something, a tiny clue that's about to crack this whole thing wide open. And what does he find? It's a delicate little gold bracelet. It's caught on a yew branch right next to the blood oak. And the initials on it? C.A.T. for Cordelia Aston Tattersall. Suddenly, there's a piece of physical evidence tying Cordelia directly to the scene where Amaty was last seen. Okay, this next part is just brilliant. I love this. The inspector, Arthur Walsh, he looks at this and realizes something amazing. The yew branch has literally grown around the bracelet. So what does he do? He has the woodsman carefully cut the branch, and they look at a cross-section. And there, plain as day, are 10 annual growth rings. 10! That proves without a shadow of a doubt that the bracelet was dropped there exactly 10 years ago, right when Amity vanished. It's like nature itself was keeping the evidence safe. But here's the thing. While the police are putting the physical clues together, something else is happening. A different kind of justice is already taking hold. We shift back to Cordelia, and she's being haunted, but not by a ghost from the woods, but by one that's coming from inside her own head. And this is the real genius of the story. All the creepy stuff Cordelia's experiencing, the spooky music she hears, the nightmares, the visions, it's not actually Amadea's ghost out for revenge. Nope, it's her own conscience, her own guilt that's creating this personal hell. She is literally haunting herself. So, Cordelia's getting desperate, right? She hires a spiritualist to hold a seance, probably hoping to get rid of this ghost. But it completely backfires. Instead of giving her peace, the whole thing just confirms her worst fears. They're using a Ouija board with a silver cup, and it starts spelling out a message, supposedly from the spirit. And the message? Lady Walk Woods. Even at this point, faced with everything, she has a chance to maybe feel some remorse, to repent. But she doesn't. She says this line that is just bone-chilling. With all that I have done, I cannot afford a conscience. She's basically admitting she's gone too far down the path of evil to ever turn back. She's choosing this. And that's what seals her fate.
So you've got the police closing in on one side and Cordelia's mind completely unraveling on the other. It's all coming to a head and it leads to an absolutely explosive climax. And when I say explosive, I mean literally.
So Inspector Walsh, he's got this hunch he can't shake. He goes back to the Blood Oak. The winter cold has widened a crack in the trunk and he peeks inside. And there it is, the grim truth. They find Amity's skeleton, and with it, the final nail in the coffin. Cordelia's fox fur stole, which she'd used to block the top of the hollow. It even had her name tag on it. They have everything they need now. It's over.
The police are swarming her mansion, Tattersall Hall. Inside, Cordelia sees an apparition of Amati, but even now, she's not sorry. She's defiant. She screams at the ghost, "I have killed you once, and I can do so again." And with that, she grabs an oil lamp and hurls it at the spirit. The lamp shatters, and the entire mansion just goes up in flames. Cordelia is trapped in the fire that she started. She refuses to be rescued. She's just consumed by the flames. It's a fiery, violent end for a life built on nothing but cold, cruel jealousy. One soul completely and utterly lost.
Wow, what an ending, right? So now that we've gone through that whole grim, ghostly tale, what's the big takeaway? What's the lesson here? Let's break down the main ideas and get to our final review. First up, just the basic info you need. The book is called A Pale Green Eye. The author is Jared Brown, and it's due out in 2025. If you're into that classic Gothic fiction vibe, folklore, stories that really get under your skin, this is definitely going to be one for your list. So what does this story really leave us with? I think there are a few big lessons here. First, you can't outrun your own conscience. The scariest ghosts are the ones inside you. It's also a powerful warning about how unchecked jealousy can just destroy you from the inside out. It basically says that a life filled with cruelty is just a wasted life, and that the only way to be truly human is to be able to repent, something Cordelia just couldn't do. All right, so the final verdict. We're giving A Pale Green Eye a solid 9 out of 10. It is a genuinely horrible and haunting story, and I mean that in the best way possible. It's a classic ghost tale with that amazing psychological twist, and it leaves you with a chill that really sticks with you. If you love this kind of stuff, you absolutely have to check out Susan Hill's The Woman in Black or Sarah Waters' The Little Stranger. They've got that same amazing, creepy, atmospheric dread. And there you have it. That's our deep dive into A Pale Green Eye. What a perfectly spooky story for a cold winter's night, right? If you had a good time with this explainer, you know what to do. Please follow, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you then.